Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Naeem Ahmad and I'm from Myanmar, Burma. Today I'll be presenting how I record my nazams using this mixer and the microphone that I have. First of all, before I present how I record using this mixer and microphone, I would like to say that I'm not a professional in this field of mixing audio, editing audio, but with my 2 years experience of recording nazams by myself and using the audio mixer and the microphone that I have, I'll be sharing all that I know. So the audio mixer that I use is Yamaha MG82CX, that's the model name, and the microphone that I use is Techstar SM8B. So the advantage of using a mixer in recording audio is that after the audio has been recorded, you do not have to put much effort into editing the recorded audio. So this cable connects the microphone and the audio mixer, and this cable here is for the output. This cable is to be connected to the laptop that you are going to save your audio file in. So now I'll give a brief explanation about the mixer and the controls that the mixer has. This is the input for the microphone, and as you can see here, you can input 4 microphones in this mixer, but most of the time I only use one microphone, because by using this microphone I can record my solo nazams and also duet nazams very easily with this microphone. So most of the time I do not have to use more than one microphone. So below the microphone cable is the gain control. The function of the gain control is that if you set the gain control at a higher level, it will absorb more sound, more voice from the surrounding. So if you set at a very high level, there can be more noise in the background. So I also make sure that the gain control is not set at a very high level. In fact, it is set only at about level 2 or 3. There may seem many controls and buttons here, but if you have only one microphone input here, you mostly only have to walk and adjust the controls at the first section. If you have any microphone input in microphone 2 or microphone 3, you'll have to work with the rest of the sections, but because I have only input one microphone in the first section, I only have to work with the first section. So going further below this gain are 3 green controls. So these 3 green controls are not actually very important, because they allows you to adjust the sharpness of your voice if you want your voice to be lower, deeper or sharper. So I just set these 3 green buttons, these 3 green controls at the middle level, because they are not really important to your recording as well. So below these 3 green controls is the control for the echo level in the recording. So this is also an important control, because while recording nazams, poems, echo plays a very important role in the recording of nazams and other poems. So I also do not set the echo level very high, because when the echo level is very high, there's a higher chance that there can be technical noise in the background. So I always make sure that the echo level is set only at level 1, 2 or 3. I never exceed echo level 3, because I personally think that if I exceed the level 3 of the echo, the recording doesn't sound nice to me. So below the control of echo, it's the control for pan. Pan is the short form of panorama. This control is to control the panorama or pan. So this is actually not a very important control. It is always to be set at the middle level, because if you push the control all the way to the right, the audio signals will only be transferred to the right. So if you put the headphone and listen to the recording, you'll only hear the recorded audio from the right side. And similarly, if you push the control to the left side, you'll only hear your audio from the left side of the headphone. So below the control for pan or panorama, it's the control for the volume. It is a little bit similar to gain, but if you set the volume level higher, there will be less noise. But if you set the gain level high, there's a chance of having more noise in the audio recording. I usually set the volume level at around here or a little bit lower than this level, because I think this is suitable for the nazams that I usually record. So as I said before, because I only have one mic input here, I only have to use the first section. And as you can see here, I do not have any mic input in the second column, third column, or the fourth column. So I do not have to bother about the sections, the second, third, and the fourth section. But in case you input one microphone in the second column, microphone 2, the controls are the same with the first section, and this goes similarly for the third and the fourth column as well. So after this, I would like to show you another different control, which is the digital effect. So this digital effect is very important for this mixer, and it is also very useful for recording of nazams and audio. And here I have about 16 digital effects. I have 16 different digital effects, but amongst them I only use the first effect, which is Reverb Hall 1. This is the first effect. And I also use the 10th effect, which is vocal echo. I actually use the 10th effect mostly. However, sometimes I also use the effect number 1 if the effect is going to be suitable to the nazam that I'm recording. But most of the time I use the 10th effect, vocal echo, which is suitable for nazams, poems, and most of the recordings that I make. So this is the control where you can select and adjust the effect that you're going to be using for your recording. So here you can push this left or right to select the effect that you want. Example, if you want to select effect number 5, you will have to push it to the left to effect number 5. And if you want to go to effect number 16, you will have to move it in this way. As I said before, I only use effect number 10 most of the time, so my digital effect is usually set at effect level 10. So below the control where you can select the digital effect that you would like to use, I have the parameter control here. So this is the control for the parameter. In this recording, this control allows me to control the amount of digital effect that I would like to have in the recording. If I am to push the parameter control to the right, which means there will be more parameter in the recording, so like there will be more digital effect added to the recording. And oppositely, if I am to push the parameter to the left, it means that there will be less digital effect added in the recording. So below the digital effect selection control and the parameter control, I have the effect return controls around here. So the effect return control is also an important control, just like the echo control, which is around here. So the main function of the effect return control is that it allows you to add reverb and also some return to your recording. So return is also a bit similar to echo, but it is different in some way. But the main function of the effect return control is that it allows you to have reverb in your recording. So most of the time I set the effect return control at a higher level because I like to have more reverb in my recording. So most of the time the reverb level is high in my recording, and to be able to have such high level of reverb, the effect return control should be around here or around here. So the effect return control is mostly around these two areas. So this is the control for the volume of the headphones that have been input. So if you are going to input any headphone, you will have to use this. So you can input the headphone if you want here, and while you are recording also you can listen back to your audio while recording by using the headphone that is input here. So you can also adjust the volume that you are going to be here while you are recording the audio by using this control, the monitor and headphone volume control. So I usually set this at the highest level, but however I do not usually input a headphone while I'm recording an audio, because I think it's a bit annoying and it disturbs me from recording the audio. I just listen back to the audio that after I have finished recording. So the last control that I would like to explain is the control for the stereo. So it is similar to volume, but it also has different functions. But Mainly, it is also like controlling the volume of the recording. But we should keep in mind that the stereo control should not be set at a very high level, example in such a position, in such a level. I always make sure that the stereo is in the middle level so that there are less technical noise, there are less background noise going on. If the stereo control is to be set at a high level, there's high chance that there can be background noise and technical noise going on in the background of your recording. However, you can still edit off, you can still edit these background noise and technical noise, but I prefer to only set the stereo level at the middle. For the second part of my presentation, I would like to show the viewers how I edit the recorded nazams and how I edit the recorded audio files. So the software that I've opened now is Wavepad Audio Editor, which can easily be downloaded or installed freely. So Wavepad is actually a very convenient software to edit the audio files. And as I have said previously, I do not have to put much effort into editing the nazam, putting effects, because I use an audio mixer. So the effects are already added into the audio that I've recorded, so I do not have to edit a lot and add a lot of effects. But what I mostly do to most of the nazams that I record is that I will have to reduce the noise in the background. In most of the audio files that I record, in most of the nazams that I've recorded, there can be background noise, technical noise, or the noise from the environment in which I have recorded the nazam. So I prefer to remove those noise. I prefer to make those noises disappear so that the quality of the recording is not reduced and the quality is maintained. So by using Wavepad, I can easily do that. What I'll have to do is go to edit and then clean up, noise reduction, and here we have this feature called auto spectral subtraction. So you click on that, and then it will allow you to choose the proportion, how much percentage you want the noise to be reduced. So I prefer to reduce by 20%, about 15 to 20%. So after selecting 20%, I can just click on reduce noise and it will automatically reduce the noise for me. So like the background noise or the noise from the environment that you have recorded the nazam in, or sometimes there can be technical noise, so all these noises will be reduced. So this is the first thing that I do to most of the nazams that I record. And after reducing the noise, I often normalize the voice. Normalizing the voice means like in the recording, some of the audio can some of the parts can be very high in volume and some of the parts can be very low in volume. So it means the recording is not consistent. So to reach the highest consistency level of the recording, to make sure that the volume of the recording stays the same, I can go to home and then volume and then normalize. So I usually normalize by 85 or 86%. So like this is the peak level, the 86% peak level. So the whole recording will not exceed 85% peak level or 86% peak level if I have chosen that. The advantage of normalizing the nazam is that the nazam will be consistent. It means, for example, if you have chosen 86%, the loudness, the volume will not exceed by 86%, and this will go on for the whole recording. So another thing I do with Wavepad Audio Editor is that I sometimes add the effect called chorus. This effect. So with chorus, what you can do is that you can like double the voice or triple the voice. So it sounds really better. It sounds really good if you are adding this effect in a tarana, or for some nazams, adding the chorus makes it sound better. But for some nazams, the chorus effect is not necessary. So the chorus effect feature in Wavepad is also very convenient, very simple to use as well. So that is another reason why I use Wavepad. So this is what I have to do for most of the nazams that I've recorded. And sometimes I also have to go to Adobe Audition to edit more, because with Wavepad I cannot do some of the features that I need, or I cannot add some of the effects that I need. So what I can do with Adobe Audition is that before the first clip ends, another clip can start. So that is an advantage I have with using Adobe Audition. But I only do this for some of the nazams. For most of the nazams, the editing is often only done with Wavepad. I mostly use Wavepad for the nazams that are recorded with my mixer. However, sometimes I also like to edit the nazams, whether it is the nazams that I have recorded with my phone or whether the nazams that I recorded by other people. So when I want to edit like that, when I want to edit the nazams that are not recorded with my mixer, I use Adobe Audition because the effects here are more convenient for editing the nazams that are not recorded with the mixer. So after the audio file has been edited and the nazam audio has been finalized, I either send the audio to another brother who is going to upload on YouTube, or I make the video myself, the nazam video myself, which I am going to be posting on my YouTube channel. And I'll also be providing the YouTube channel link below here. So to make the YouTube videos myself, to make the videos for the nazam that I'm going to be posting on my YouTube channel, I prefer to use Adobe Premiere Pro because it has a lot of features, and many features that I need are easily found in Adobe Premiere Pro. So there are three softwares I mainly use to edit the nazam audio and the nazam video, and they are Wavepad, Adobe Audition, and Adobe Premiere Pro. So this is the end of my presentation, and I hope that the viewers can also benefit from this presentation. Jzakumullah Hu Ahsanaljza. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.